So today I'm going to do my April favorites. I know I haven't been posting as much. I only had one video earlier this week. I just haven't been on social media as much as you used to me being. I've actually been kind of in a depressive state and just going through some things. But I wanted to get this out to you, and so here I am. And I'm going to do the April favorites, which I know is kind of on the late-ish side, but I'm doing it now. So I've actually got quite a few things for me to talk about, more than I think the usual amount. So I'm gonna go into some skincare stuff. This I've been using, I think it came in a Glossybox from Lumin, and it's Purity Dewdrops. It's a hydrating eye gel. I've been using it in the morning around my eyes. My eyes have been very dry because it's also allergy season for me, and I was having some really bad allergies this week and the past couple weeks, really. And this was very helpful. And also I was using it a lot during April as well, because my eyes were drying out a lot. Probably getting ready for this. I don't know how it all works. I also, I think I may have put this in my favorites before. It's Dr. Botanicals Moroccan Rose Superfood Facial Oil. This stuff smells really nice. It smells like roses, but just faintly. But it's a really nice oil for your face that I like to use in the morning before I put on my primer. I put this on and just kind of let it soak in, and it's been really nice. Keeps my face nice and soft. So the other thing, actually I'm going to talk about that last. It's a skincare thing, but it's not really facial skincare. I'm going to talk about the makeup stuff next instead. So let's talk about blush. I think you guys remember this blush. It was in a Glossybox. Why does it not want to focus on it? And it is the great. You know, it doesn't say it on here, but it was in my Glossybox last month. Why isn't it down on here? It's really pretty. And it's like a very pretty blush with kind of a little bit of highlight to it. It's really pretty. I've liked it a lot. And why it doesn't say the company or the name or anything, I think it's, how do you say his name? Whatever. This guy. I'm sorry, I'm really out of it. But I mean, if you look at last month's Glossybox, I'm sure you'll remember. Lagerfield? I don't know. My brain is just not, between allergies and just not feeling like mentally up to snuff, you know? So also this highlighter, which came in an Ipsy. I think a few people got this in their Ipsy, from Winky Lux. I've really liked Winky Lux products that I've tried so far. They've all been really great. It doesn't want to focus there. It's so bright. It's an amazing highlighter. Just really bright and very highlighty. But you know, it's such a, like a white, so it really stands out. The other thing is this L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder. I was running out of what I do use usually for setting powder, and I started on this. It was a gift from my friend Lily, and it's been a really nice just setting powder. I've been happy with it. At first I thought, oh, thought it was too cakey, but then I realized it wasn't the powder, it was the makeup that I was using underneath it was kind of old, and that was the problem. So, but what I usually use is a Physicians Formula Super CC correcting powder in light to medium, which I'm having trouble finding it. I don't even know if don't know if they sell it anymore, but I've used it for quite a few years, and it's been like my favorite because not only is it good for setting, but it like does some like correction to it as well. And I liked it, but what you gonna do? Also, I got some things from Wish that I really liked. And if you've ever used Wish, it's kind of a hit or miss thing, but it's so cheap. It's kind of like, okay, you know, I spent like $2 on this and it didn't work out, and that sucks, but at least it was only $2. And it takes forever to get to you. So stuff that you ordered like last month shows up now. And sometimes longer, but rarely longer. Usually I get stuff in 3 to 4 weeks. So I got these really, really amazing glitters. You may have seen them on my Instagram. I'm gonna give you, isn't that just beautiful? It's so, so pretty. And that's just one of them. Like I think I used this one on Star Wars Day, if you saw that Instagram. Yeah. It's just so, no, it wants to focus on me. So pretty. And I got 4 of them, and they can be used for, you know, your eyes or your lips. And I really like them. Like, I like loose glitters. They make me kind of happy. So I've got lots of loose glitters, and I'm always happy to get more. So yeah, that was fun. This I've had for a year or two, and I don't think they make them anymore, sadly. It's Wet n Wild's metallic liquid lipsticks that they put out like a couple years ago. I'm wearing it now. It's so pretty, and the color is called Indigo Your Own Way. If you can find it on eBay or something, it's really, really nice. And it's a great like spring to summer like color, especially when metallic. I really like it. So there's that. And then I also got this from Wish. Like, that wasn't from Wish, sorry. It's Born Pretty is the brand that it's called. It's a really, really pretty like purple shimmery nail polish. I'm trying to like show you, but I don't think it's really gonna work, but it's very, very pretty. And it just says number 11 on it. There's no name, but yeah, I wore it and liked it a lot. I need to do my nails again now. Also, this brush came in Ipsy. I really like Moda brushes. They're very, very pretty. What are they called? Royal and Nickel Moda brushes. So pretty. And besides being pretty, they are very soft and they work really, really well. Like super well. Like fantastic. They're great brushes. So if you can get some, I go and grab some. And then we're going to talk about something. You're going to be like, really? This is petroleum jelly. And I know a lot of people are completely against petroleum jelly. They're completely against Vaseline. It's a byproduct, I know. But I've used many other stuff, coconut oil, things like that, that do not do what this does for me. Sorry. There was even a company that made something that I did use for a while that worked great, but then they changed the formula. It didn't work anywhere anymore. But anyways, what am I talking about, right? What am I using it for that's so fantastic? This time of year, when you're a big girl, especially, or you have a big chest as well, there are areas that get really sweaty. And when they get really sweaty, they can just get really gross very quickly. And, you know, you're not going to take a shower like every few hours. So you need something to like keep it from getting icky. Now, you might use deodorant, I suppose, but who wants to put deodorant all over your body? This underneath my boobs is great. And this I get it with the cocoa butter in it, which is even nicer because it keeps your skin like really soft. And it just keeps things nice and not crazy and dry, but moisturized at the same time, if you can understand that. So it's just petroleum and cocoa seed butter. It's just fragrance. I don't smell any fragrance though. I don't know what that's about. But yeah, I use it for those areas. And the only reason that we have Vaseline usually is for that and for my daughter's lips. And I know they say that's bad for your lips, but her doctors are always telling her to use this for her lips. They say that it's much better than lip balm. So it's a matter of opinion. I think really, you know, use what works best for you. But for me, this works really great for keeping me from having lots of boob sweat or other areas that might be sweaty as well. So moving on to another conversation. So then I'm going to move on to food stuff. This stuff, you may have seen it on my Instagram a few times. You can buy it at like Walmart. I've only seen it at Walmart. The kernel seasons. And there's all sorts of different flavors, but this is the flavor I'm really into right now. Usually I'm into the bacon one, but this one is just like, it's like eating like caramel cheesecake on popcorn. It's so good, so good. So if you like your popcorn to be sweet as well as savory or salty, this stuff really is fantastic for that. Popcorn put on toast, whatever. Movies. Bianca and I have both been into The Greatest Showman. We saw it, and since then we've been listening to the soundtrack all the time. She said that she likes it better than Hamilton, and for like over a year, all I have heard about is Hamilton and how great it is, and she loves that soundtrack. And now she likes this. So if it's good enough for her to say, I'm gonna listen to this instead of Hamilton, that means it's really good. The movie itself is really great. Now I do want to mention, I didn't take my daughter to the circus when she was little, even though where we were living, the circus came there. But I didn't take her because of the whole elephant thing. And I know that they didn't take care of their animals properly. They're savage to them, and that's bad. I think this movie, you know, does show like the elephants in it and skips over kind of that, because at that time, back then, I don't think people realized like the cruelty of having those type of animals in a circus and moving them around and whipping at them. Like, they didn't have a thought process that was mean. I think we're much more enlightened now than we were back then. I don't think any of those people were thinking, oh yeah, I want to be nasty to animals. But that does kind of bother me when watching the movie. That one thing that I was thinking about was, but the circus isn't nice to the animals. However, we have a circus in this town. We have a circus school. And they don't have any animals or anything. It's all just like trapeze artists and things like that. And that's all they do, like those sort of things. And I think clowns and things that sort, which is what the circus, most circuses now, that's all that's in them, is just, you know, people that are really athletic and can do amazing things with their bodies and stuff like that. We don't really have, I think, that many circuses with animals in them anymore. And I think P.T. Barnum's circus, if I remember correctly, they said that they were no longer going to be having elephants or animals in their circus as well. So that's all changing, which is good, because it's just awful the way the animals were getting treated. Anyways, I'm gonna move on to TV shows now. So me and Bianca have still been watching Angel. Someday we're gonna get finished with Angel and then we'll move on to something else. Like, we binge watch shows. And right now we're on Angel. She also is watching Voltron again. We already watched Voltron together, and she, for some reason, wanted to rewatch it. She's like obsessed with Voltron, which is funny because when I was young, I was like really into Voltron, and now she is. It's kind of funny. But we've been watching Angel, and John and I have been watching Stranger Things. We just finished Stranger Things, the second season of Stranger Things. I have it in here as a favorite, but I think the first season was better. For some people, I've heard say they thought this season was better, but I think the first season was better than the second season. That's just me, though. That's how I feel about it. Also, we've been finishing up Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., Marvel's Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but not like binge watching it. It's just been every week we've been watching it, and I think that this season has been really good, and it upsets me because I heard that this is going to be the last season. Don't quote me, because I don't know that absolutely for sure, but I heard that, and that's upsetting because I think like it's getting good again and now it's going to be gone. You know, like I was really enjoying it again. Shows that I haven't been enjoying as much as I used to. Arrow. I'm just gonna mention that because I feel like this season is falling flat and kind of ridiculous. I mean, the show's ridiculous anyways, of course. I mean, all the crazy, but I feel like this season is just really flat. Like, I'm just not, something's missing. It's just not as good as it used to be. I still think The Flash is really good though. But Arrow is kind of like, for me at this point. I don't know. See what happens with it. So yeah. That's the TV show stuff. I think that's everything. I want to tell you, like, that there's music that I really like. Of course, the soundtrack to The Greatest Showman. There's some other stuff I really like, and I can't think of the name of it because I always forget the names of artists. I'm really bad at it. Like, somebody will say the name of somebody, and I'll be like, I don't know who you're talking about. And then they say the songs that they have sung or whatever. I'll be like, oh yeah, them. I'm just really bad at remembering the names of like artists and bands and stuff sometimes. They fall out of my head. So yeah, I can't think. Is it Sean somebody that did a song that I like? I don't know. I can't think. Yeah, I know there were a lot of ums because I'm a little because of the allergies and just not feeling up to snuff this week. It really stinks because last week I was so like, woohoo! And this week I'm just kind of like, I don't know. So I'll get back on track again. I always do. So don't forget to share and subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and hit that bell twice if you want notifications. And that's pretty much everything. So remember to always be kind, even when you want to slap them in the face. Bye, kitty cats.